Italian Catholic priest stole church money and hosted orgies. What? In Italy. An Italian pusher priest, Father Francesco Spagnesi, was recently arrested on September 14th. Spagnesi is currently under house arrest pending investigation of a plethora of drug-related offenses with which he has been charged. Speaking through his attorneys, Spagnesi expressed remorse for his actions, claiming, "The cocaine vortex has swallowed me." Aside from the drug trafficking charges, police are also investigating Spagnesi for not disclosing to his partners that he is HIV positive. The priest claimed that he is taking an antiretroviral medications and that he has been using protection during intercourse. Spagnesi hosted regular drug-fueled sex orgies, and at least 15 witnesses refuted his claims. According to the police, at least 20 regular attendees of the priest's parties tested positive for HIV. He and his accomplice regularly used a gay dating app to invite participants to their parties. Suspicion began when Spagnesi withdrew about $117,000 from the parish's bank account, which prompted the bishop of the Diocese of Prato to remove his access from the parish's finances.
Okay, this sounded very base at the beginning, but then it went downhill. It
Yes.
started with stealing money from the Catholic Church for sex orgies. I'm like, okay, sir, you might be a criminal, but I can't fault you for any of that. Like, that sounds like, stealing from the rich and giving to the horny. Like, sounds like very Robin Hoodish, but like horny instead of needy. And that sounded pretty. I was like, that's fantastic. That's beautiful. Like taking money away from the Catholic Church and spending it on
Stealing from the
something
rich and giving to the horny.
Yeah, that sounded very base at the beginning. I was like, I that's illegal and all, but I'll support it. I morally
I'll
I
allow
support
it.
I'll. I mean, if you get caught, you should go to jail and all. But I can't fault you for that. But then it went like, oh, coke. Like, I mean, the drug of choice was coke, so that's not base, right? And then the worst part was the fact that they didn't tell their partners that they're HIV positive. So why do you ruin orgies like that? Like, why do you have to give orgies a bad name? Why can't you be like, guys? Not all orgies are like this, okay? Most people, like a lot of people who do orgies, they're very responsible. There are some very strict rules. There's a lot of communication. There are, health standards. People are extreme. Like, there are orgies that are people that are very extremely concerned about, picky about
exactly the situation.
The health rules. The health rules are very strict exactly because of this. Also, wait a minute, you shouldn't be doing orgies at all during this time of, with the thing going around that I can't even say, right? With the COVID, you shouldn't be doing orgies at all. Like, guys, wait for this whole pandemic stuff to get over before you host orgies. This is not the right time, right? I think it's as much as,
if you've gotten the thing in your arm, maybe it's okay. If they check,
we don't know.
The door.
we don't know if it's okay.
We don't know.
You could still, actually, we don't know. So we're not endorsing that, actually. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, this is like destroying the reputation of orgies. That's fantastic.
Some diocese in Italy is like, this is our destroying the reputation of the Catholic Church. This is destroying the reputation of orgies. Clearly, our priorities are in check.
It's true.
What's really interesting is apparently, so he would have like these parties and he would sell drugs at these parties along with his roommate. And they he got busted on drug trafficking charges because he was importing GHB from the Netherlands for his gay orgies. Do you know what GHB is, Armin?
No, what is that?
Oh, it's like the date rape drug.
Oh crap! Wait, so there was unconsent, like lack of consent involved here as well?
Okay, here's the thing. People use it for nefarious purposes, but people also use it to party. So not necessarily.
Is it one of those harmful drugs or not harmful drugs?
You can overdose on it, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially if
Well,
you're drinking and doing other stuff at the same time.
Okay. I don't know what YouTube policies are with regards to talking about drugs.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but there
what
thing, yeah. Some of
what
them,
made it,
I'm just
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
What made so in terms of like these accusations of theft and fraud, so first there was the issue of him stealing like $100,000 from the parish bank account. And then so the diocese removed all of his access from the bank accounts. And then what he ended up doing, and to be able to still like hold these parties or just for his own use maybe, or maybe his drug habit, he started just taking cash from the collection plate of like his church. And then he would also solicit money from parishioners saying that he was raising funds for low income families.
Okay, that's not cool at all.
No, and so now there are a bunch of people who are putting charges, trying to sue him for fraud, basically.
So he's stealing from the needy and giving it to the horny. I said he was stealing from the rich and giving it to the horny, but he's stealing from the needy and giving it.
Well, we don't know how needy any given parishioner is, but possibly. Yeah.
No, but he said he's
like in the collection plate.
No, but he said that he's giving it to the families in need, but he was actually using it for orgies. Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
So
what's kind of funny is so he's like 40 years old, and he became a priest or he quit med school to become a priest when he was like 26. And then in his Diocese of Prato, Father Spagnesi is a beloved and trusted figure in his local parish, known as a young, brilliant, all-involving, and refined priest. So that was his reputation before this. Like, he's this young, refined priest. Meanwhile, he's like coked up and having gay orgies in the back.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish this was a better story. I wish it was like I wish this story was used to show like this guy was like his orgies were responsible. He wasn't like, yeah, like
wasn't
we need somebody
defrauding anyone,
defrauding anybody. Like we need somebody, like we need a hero here, and we got this guy instead. Like I hope somebody repeats the same thing, but then when you look into the story, you see like these were like very clean, organized, responsible orgies. And the money that was taken away from a, I don't know, anti-LGBT church, and it's spent on, an orgy that had a lot
free
of
love.
LGBT people. Yes, exactly. So it would be so ironic, right? Yeah, that would be. Yeah, and there was no, like, the drugs were not this kind of drugs, and people had to, there was like a questionnaire, and people had to come with their blood test before, like every member had to go get a blood test, and they had to show up with the blood test results, and the blood test results needs to be like recent. You can't show your blood test result from like 2 years ago. That would be so based, like people like it would be yeah. So yeah, somebody, I hope this inspires somebody. Make that story happen. Start your own secret orgies, and when you get arrested, we will cover your story. All right.
When your life is turned upside down, we will be talking about it. Oh my god.
Anybody in the live chat you want to highlight before we go to the next news?
Oh, people are just speculating about your level of experience with these things, given your outrage at the lackadaisical nature of the safety at this orgy.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. My level of experience has shown me that these things are much prettier in your head than when they actually happen. I think, yeah. I don't think it would be. Yeah, if you have events like this, unfortunately, you can't like make it a criteria that you have to be at least a 7 to show up. so I mean, I don't know how you
So
could,
true.
I'm just being honest. Okay, I'm just being honest. Okay.
People could be screened ahead of time. It could be invite only.
Yeah. Well, that's not how it has been. So it sucks.
It's a lesson for all of us, okay?
Yes.
Lessons to live by. Hey guys, if you're a fan of Blasphemy and Sexy Callie, like me, then you need to be sure to subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below. Because if you subscribe, we will send you a free copy of our Blasphemous Art ebook. And let me tell you, it is the tastiest blasphemy that you can find anywhere available today. And we are so generous with our blasphemy that we continue to send you more blasphemy every week. So make sure to subscribe, link in the description below.